Gray Fullbuster. He was humiliated. Or not Gray Fullbuster, my bad. This ain't Gray. This is actually the other guy, Gajeel. Gajeel, he fought against Rogue in the last day of the Grand Magic game. He had to get points for his team. And the fairy tactician, Mavis, made it to where he had to fight against him, right? You know, he was, all right to fight against him. He was beating Rogue's ass. And he was like, Rogue was talking shit. He was saying, Natsu Dragon was more powerful, because, like, Gajeel had defeated him, whooped his ass. But then his future self took over. The future Rogue Cheney took over the current Rogue Cheney's body. And then it, like, gave him, more experience. And, Rogue was starting to, like, beat Gajeel. But then he was like, I'm weaker than Natsu. You don't even know who you are. You're Laios. And he's like, who's that? And he's like, Laios is my sworn brother, and I'm going to protect him by kicking you out of his body. Because that's, like, you were two different people. Like, I'd kick your ass, I'd fuck your ass up, but then you got back up and you, like, turned the tables on me. Like, something's not right. I'm, like, now a shadow dragon slayer. And then they ended up fighting each other. Now, that's a badass transformation, one of the most badass transformations in the series. Shadow, Iron Dragon slaying magic. The Iron Shadow came out. And Black Steel Gajeel ended up winning that fight, defeating, Rogue Cheney, and getting him back to his senses. But then he had to fight against another dragon later on. When he also stepped in front of, before that, he stepped in front of Sting to, like, get him to, like, concede the match that he had lost. And that fairy tale was standing, tall, strong still after all that. And, he fought against the dragon. Now, with the power of Ultir, right, he could see a minute into the future, and he was able to, like, be on par with that dragon, or, like, get the edge over the dragon how he's supposed to, instead of, like, losing to it. But Gajeel, he got power up during this arc, right? So his strength's at 90, speed 91, 89 for his durability, 88 for his endurance, 86 for his intelligence, 91 for his experience, 92 for his close skill, 90 for his range skills, 86 for his recoup, and 89 for his axe. 89.2 for his overall power score. And that's for Gajeel. Be cool on the corner. The Iron Shadow Dragon. That shit's badass. Look at the thumbnail and you'll know what I'm talking about.